to the DMV and the rest of the world. This is your girl, Reese, aka the best that ever did it, aka AM Morning, aka you know who I am. You all know who I am. And I'm not here alone. Again, I got my fabulous co host, Miss Bernice Smith, in the house with me. Good
Good
morning,
morning.
Bernice.
Good morning. Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm good. I can't complain at all.
All
Wouldn't
right.
do it
What good would it do anyway? Ain't that what they say?
right. Mhm.
And we are not riding solo. We have our awesome co-pilot and producer, Mr. Million Dollar Mo, Miss Molly Mall is in the house with us. And y'all know where he at. He's in the back, making sure everything runs smoothly. And we thank you and good morning to you, sir. He'll come in and speak later. Uh, but right now it's me and you, Bernice.
Yeah.
Girl, I had a very eventful evening yesterday. Uh,
Mhm.
Maybe want to do this show today talking about big pharma and the pharmaceutical medicines because it's open enrollment season for a lot of insurances and stuff like that. And they
Mhm.
are playing this game called when you looking to see what new insurance that you're going to get, and when you ask them, do they carry your prescriptions? You give them a list of medicines, right? And
Mhm.
they say, yeah, it's covered. After you get your first supply, then you realize your insurance dropped the medication that the doctor say you need, and they want to charge you out of pocket. Do you know? I take Traceba,
Wow.
and I take insulin. That's one of daily insulin. I had the hardest time at first trying to get insurance, like to pick it up when the doctor
Right.
first gave it to me because he wanted to give it to me once a day instead of me taking injections 3 to 4 times a day, right? And I'm trying to understand, why do they make medicine so high here for us to get, where other countries can get our same medication? They can get Traceba at like 1/5 of the cost, or 1/5
Mhm.
of the price. It's a big old conglomerate game with the insurance company and the pharmaceutical company and our government.
Mhm.
They're saying that they cannot give us free health care because that would bankrupt the system, as you get free health care in Europe and other countries and all that good stuff. But when you have insurances and your insurance paid, and then they tell you, well, we don't carry your medicine, there should be something in place to safeguard us as
Yeah.
as consumers. But there isn't. A bottle of insulin, or one of those pens that I use, costs hundreds of dollars. And some
Yeah.
of this asthma medicine is unreal. It's unreal. And I'm trying to figure out why our government is doing that to people, especially if you're elderly or disabled or getting any type of assistance. We can't pay those hundreds and hundreds. And even if you wasn't on assistance, these co-pays or some of this deductibles are ridiculous.
Yeah. I've heard that, but right now, there's a petition going around because DC Council is trying to remove one of the better insurances from Medicaid, and that's Care First. So they're definitely trying to remove that. And that's one of the better ones because the other ones really don't cover much, um, including the medication, far as like eye exams and things like that. So it's a consistent battle because it's they're covered. So their thing is their pockets. And I just believe a lot of people in that are connected to this industry, their pockets are being lined. So it's really not a concern for them.
No, it's not. People don't care about insurance. They got insurance through their job, or government. Definitely, people in the government definitely don't care, because not only do they have insurance through their job, they have one of the better insurances. All those federal government workers have awesome insurances that cover everything across the gambit. All insurance companies should be held to a certain standard. You know what I mean? To cover
Yeah.
your medicine, your eye exams, your yearly once a year physical and dental, and you got to pay separate for dental and eye coverage. Why is that? Dental is part of your medical health as well because your teeth your teeth
Hmm.
can get you sick and your body be sick. Your mouth has to be well. And also
Yeah.
mental health. A lot of Medicaid products, Medicare, Medicaid products won't even cover mental health. Now, if this is health and wellness for our bodies, not just mentioning the big pharmaceutical carriers, why do they let these insurances slide and give us subpar treatment or subpar care?
They're not required because the government doesn't issue them, but so much money towards us. But far as mental health, we get the latter end of it because, like I said, they're not being held accountable. So a lot of them are writing up, talking about they saw clients and they don't do their part at all. So I mean, and even people who are working to have to do the copays, it's expensive for them. This economy is off the chain. And that's the best way I can put it. It is everybody is is to a point where people having to work two and three jobs, even with two-parent households. It's hard out here. So it affects not only those who have Medicaid and Medicare, but it's affecting the working people as well.
Yes, everything is connected. This is the circle, honey. We are all connected, whether they like it or not. Oh, I just see good morning Wisdom Inc. Network. They say good morning R&B. That's us, Bernice,
I
R&B.
think,
That's cute. Oh shucks, R&B. Hey, that's kind of catchy. R&B.
yeah, definitely.
That and don't forget our $1 million moments. Look, R&B with their $1 million moments. That's cute. I like that. Got a nice ring, Bernice. Speak something into existence, honey. But but you're right because right now, right, I have to pay $50 to see my specialty doctor, which means any doctor outside my regular PCP or my GI doctor specialty, my heart doctor, $50 specialty, eye doctors, $50 specialty, um, gynecology, $50 specialty, anything other than my PCP, any doctor is specialty. And these doctors want you to see every other doctor. It's all like a network. And if you're
Yeah,
on a fixed income, you cannot afford to see a doctor, several doctors a month. You may have to see your heart doctor, your diabetes doctor, which is people that don't know your endocrinologist that controls your diabetes and all that good stuff. You can't you're not able to see all of that. Something's going to lack, and I
yeah,
think that is utterly unfair and disgusting. Um, you in order for you to get the affordable care, people say, well, go to the get the Affordable Care Act. That's that Obamacare. When you sign up for that, that is only for people that's working. If you are disabled or you are unemployed, you do not qualify for Obamacare. If your insurance through your Medicare, Medicaid, and sometimes people don't have both. If you got to come out your pocket, you got to come out your pocket for the other part that the insurance don't cover. And
yeah.
that, my friend, is very, very expensive.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can definitely imagine. But what the problem is, what I learned when I finally came out my box and started going to community meetings and things like that. You know how the Caucasian people get what they want? They're in their people face. They not sitting at home complaining. Any of that. They're attending meetings. They're sending emails. Our people have to get out their own way. Too many are saying, well, my voice don't matter. How do you know unless you try? And sometimes you got to keep trying. I keep fighting for everything I want.
Mm.
Because one thing they gonna say about me when I leave here, oh, I know her. I may not never, I may not have met her, but I know her name. Because if you sit and you just wait, nothing is going to be accomplished. Let's go to these meetings. Let's vote. Let's email. Let's make phone calls, because that's what they're doing and they're being heard.
Mm. Yeah, I agree and disagree with that because wait a minute, Molly said your medication is your drugs. People that take medication, if you're on medication, you're on drugs, and your doctors is the drug dealer. You ain't
Well,
never lied. They
yeah,
set you up big time. Take this
because I
sample, take this sample, and you need it. And then they go to the insurance company, I guess, which is the plug, to see if you can try to get these drugs that they try to deal to you and say that you need. And most of the times, the drugs that they give you cause other side effects, so you can take more
exactly,
drugs. Good morning,
exactly.
Kenny Hamp Jr. Kenny Hamp is in the house. That's my little Jamie Foxx in the box, y'all. For y'all that don't know, he's my crooner. He sings and he's trying to get into comedy. So that's funny. Cause Kenny Hamp gonna be on one of our upcoming shows. We're gonna try to get him in as a guest. Hopefully maybe he can do it when we do our men's show again. When we do our Freaky Friday show, when it's the all man panel. But yeah, back to a big pharma. What I was saying, what I agree and I disagree. You saying that we gotta write letters. We do. We gotta write letters. We gotta fight. But at the same time, why do we have to fight so much? Because they know that people that's in dire need um is can't fight as hard. Is what I'm saying. You know, why do we have to fight to show you that we need this, we need this, we need that? If you're disabled or you're not working, or if you're in a program, then let them meet the need. That's what they're supposed to do, instead of rejecting, deny. And I'm still trying to figure out how they're telling me that I don't meet the spin down qualifications when I got over $8,000 in medical bills a year. My eye injection alone is 12,000, 1,200 for each eye, and I have to see the eye doctor every 6 weeks to get these injections. Come on, but they steady turning me down, turning me. Well, you don't qualify for this, you don't qualify for that. But other people from other countries. Now, remember, I worked all of my life here because I live in America, grew up in America, paid into the system of America, which is our government, which is our taxes, my FACA, and all of that ever since I was 16 when they said that that's when it's counted. So I've been working from since 87, okay? And I get sick and I need help. And you telling me I can't get it, I don't qualify, but people that just getting off the boat, plane, train, bus, or whatever, you can give them benefits like that. Why I gotta fight to get what belongs to me when they're giving it to other people? I
But
gotta
we've
write
always,
letters, Bernice, for what belongs to me, what they said that they're putting in this till for me in case I need this or in case this happens. Everybody
no,
don't need assistance, but that's why we pay our taxes for those of us who do or fall into that bracket. Now, my thinking is, it's just me. I worked for a system all my life. I gotta, oops, sorry, I can no longer do what I was doing. Now I'm going to my till, which I've been paying into all my life, to try to get money out so I can continue on with the rest of my life.
yeah,
And they're blocking, I can't do that. That should be a natural. Anybody that had to pay taxes, which is all of us, that should be a natural given. But instead, I don't care what they give other people, other countries. Clean up your house first. Charity starts here at home. Give your citizens help. Give us help that we need. But instead, they don't do that. And big pharma, we got to go. Don't you know in other countries, medicine is cheap? That's why people, the wealthy people, stay wealthy because they are able to go to other countries and get three months supplies of your medicine and bring it back here, where they don't have to pay all of this, you know, in inflamed or engouged prices that the insurance company throw on you. You pay your insurance company every month, then you turn around and got to pay your deductible. Okay, that's a given. Then you got to turn around and pay your co-insurance, which people don't understand that co-insurance and co-pays are two different things. You got to pay co-insurance, co-pays, and meet your deductible, and that's your catastrophic out-of-pocket amount. Okay. Now, at every beginning of the year, your deductible starts and boom, it's for 500 or 1,000, whatever you have set up with your insurance company and agree upon with your insurance. Okay, your copay is what you agree to pay your doctor upon every visit before you get your visit, right? And your co-insurance is that whatever part that's not covered, because insurance not covering you fully. Some doctors accept the allowed amount, which is what they say that the going rate for the procedure is. Some doctors accept whatever the insurance pay. For example, they say that my office visit is $300, but my insurance said that the allowed amount is $100. If you have a participating provider, which they accept insurance, some of them would take that $100 and wipe your balance clear. Okay. And they will also tell you in that allowed amount what portion is yours depending on your insurance company and your split. Because I may have an 80-20 split where my insurance pick up the 80 and leave me the 20%. That's the 20% left of the allowed amount. The doctors can charge whatever they want, but your insurance companies are only going to pay what they feel is the allowed amount. Okay. And they're not supposed to be balanced billing. So my doctor charged 300. The insurance said that my allowed amount is 100. But I have a 80-20 split with my co-insurance where the insurance pick up 80 and I have to pick up 20. So that means out of that 100, the insurance company is going to pay 80. And out of that 100, they said would say is allowed, I have to pay 20%, which is going to be $20. I'm just giving you an idea, showing you guys how it works. Okay. Some of these medications or the allowed amount with your co-insurance, your co-insurance don't even cover what the copay is. So I'm going to the doctor, I'm paying my $50 copay plus whatever my insurance says is the allowed amount, right? Then when they sign all these prescriptions, then you got to go to the pharmacy, your drugstore, and then you got to pay whatever copay or whatever tier you on that. Aetna, Blue Cross Blue Shield, other insurance, they use the tier system. Oh, if it's a generic, it's the first tier, or you can get it on the second tier. Some medicines they won't even give you generics on that you have to pay brand. You have to get brand. It is a lot. It's a lot in this stuff, and a lot of people are not seeing this. It don't affect them, but it will one day because everybody is getting old. And when you young people, you're working, you got a good government job, but one day you want to retire. You want to retire from your job. One day you want to get old, and then that will affect you because a lot of stuff that they're doing to the Medicare and the Medicaid system, if it don't get you now, it get you later. How about that? It got me early because I became sick and became disabled, and that's how I got thrown in the system of needing my government to cover what I paid in the system for. And the big pharma, the doctors, you go see the doctors, they give you a medicine. Bernice, holler if you hear me. They give you a medication, right? Let's say high blood pressure medicine. Some of these high blood pressure medicine causes pancreatitis. They don't tell you that. It causes your diabetes. They don't tell you that. They don't say, "Oh, I'm giving you this medicine for your high blood pressure, but you might get diabetes," because everybody's different. Some people develop it, some people don't. But what about
Yeah,
the people that do develop it?
Yeah. I mean, but that's why I was always taught to research stuff. See, doctors give me medication, but my thing is this: I've known addiction within my family. I see it in my community, and that's not something I want to do. If it's unbearable pain, yeah, I might say, okay, well, now I need to take a pill, but I work with natural stuff. I'm working on natural remedies because all the side effects, I'm like, you want to give me depression medication that may cause suicidal thoughts? What in the world? It's all it's all messed up. It really is. It's all messed up and it's so much stuff out here. And the pharmaceutical companies, they're making their money. So they're not worried about that stuff. They hide a lot of stuff. They don't even really tell you all the symptoms. When I
Nope.
was pregnant with my oldest daughter, I took this um antibiotic and I told my husband, I said, I can't see. So I go to the hospital and I said, well, this side effect wasn't on the medication. They said, oh, it's a rare side effect, so we don't put it on the label. That's when I knew that I had to find another way because it's ridiculous. It is. They don't tell you a lot of the stuff. They'll put on there some of the minor stuff, and for them, that's minor. You might develop kidney disease. Your liver might give out. You might. I mean, it's ridiculous. So you have to pick your battles wisely. And I do my best to not take their medication.
Yeah, but what we need to do, pick your battle wisely. We're in a battle that we can't win when it comes to big pharma and our government and all that stuff. So what we got to do, we have to be wiser about how we our health. We have to be wiser about our natural remedies. What did our ancestors do when they got sick? Our mothers, our grandmothers, and our great grandparents. Because these diseases has been around since man, because they're part of, since for a long time. It's nothing new. What are some of the remedies? There's a book my grandmother used to have called Back to Eden, and it would give you all the natural remedies and cures for a lot of things, um, to keep us out of the doctor's office. Because back then, colored folks didn't have money to go to the doctor, so we had to do whatever we needed to do at home. And a lot of times, grandma or big mama or great grandma knew a remedy for the whooping cough, for this, for that. It was always something natural. You know what I'm saying? And we are removed from that because people don't choose natural anymore because they want instant. They want designer drugs. they want they don't want to put the work in for them. I'm worth my health. I'm worth, because I'm going to do some research to see what medicines I can get off of and go natural. What can I take that'll help me stay off all these medicines that I'm on, unfortunately. And I'm one that I'll try to do that in a heartbeat. Like, did you know that celery is a natural diuretic? You take some celery seeds instead of people going to take that fluid pill or that furosemide that doing something else to the body where it's pulling the potassium off and all that other stuff and dehydrating people if you take it too much or incorrectly. People don't know that. And for the high blood pressure, but celery is a natural diuretic.
A
Um,
lot of the vegetables have what we need because
yeah,
I have chronic anemia, and I didn't even realize it could get that bad. From having my kids, I started being anemic. So, and then it went into chronic anemia where I had blood transfusions, my hair fell out. I mean, it was a lot of symptoms to it. Then I realized, I couldn't take the iron pills. If I ate, they still made me sick. So my body was rejecting it. So I
mm,
had to look into natural things to help me. And I started on the sea moss. I was doing this green, I forgot what it's called, these green drinks and my immune boost. And the last time I went back, she said there's no sign of your anemia. So you have to investigate and trust the process for real.
Rico said it's really a catch 22. overdose. Oh, okay. It's really a catch-22. Overdose or addiction are challenging. Are what is that? Collateral damages. Overdose and addiction are collateral damage. They profit off people and their
Yeah.
pain and poor. You know what? That reminds me of, you know who else profit off of people's pain and suffering? Attorneys, preachers. Unfortunately, a lot of they right up there with the big pharmaceutical company. Anything that causes us pain and our poor. See, they use the poor as the guinea pigs. The doctor is loaded with buttloads of samples from the pharmaceutical company, and they all. You even notice that the prescription pad that the doctor is writing stuff on is from the pharmaceutical company because they got their logo on there.
Yeah.
I When I was working at the doctor's office, I used to work for doctors, cardiologists. The pharmaceutical would come in and smooth the doctor over, would buy us lunch, the whole office. We used to get lunch for the whole office, and they would come in with gifts and stuff during Christmas time. Fabulous stuff, fabulous, just to get our physicians, our network of physicians, to use their medication, to
Yeah.
use their medicines,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
And what a lot of people don't know, that a lot of pharmaceutical company have assistants. Now, I don't know if our black people know, like GlaxoSmithKline and other people that prescribe all of these medicines. They have assistants where if you cannot afford your medication or you don't have insurance, they have a little programs that if you qualify, of course you got to fill out, the applications for indigenous people, low income, that they can try to help you with certain medications. They do that to keep you on those medications because they getting taxed right off. They still getting stipends and kickback from the government or what have you. But
Yeah.
it's just a big business. And Slicky
Yeah.
says, "Me too. I don't take it unless I need it. We don't help unless we don't help." Okay, so he's saying that he smoked weed, natural. People do that for a lot of stuff. I heard
Yeah.
they do it for the eyes, for cancer,
Yeah.
for a
Hmm.
lot of stuff. And he said that if the weed don't help his pain, then he don't. He then he'll go to get some medication or whatever. Well, I'm
Right.
not a smoker. I can't smoke, so
I tried weed.
option
It
for
just ain't agree with me.
that's. And then all the jobs that I had, I required a clearance. So, and you drug testing, you can't have none of that in your system. So nope, I never been one to smoke weed or anything like that because I had to stay clean for the job, for society when I was out there uh running with the wolves, so to speak, in society. So no, that was an option for me. But other than weed, um, is what we put in our body, in our system. The certain vegetables have healing properties. We got to tap into that. Just like the common cold remedy, you boil garlic, you boil some lemon, and you boil the lemon pills and the rinds and the garlic and a little bit of honey and mint.
That
And
sound nasty.
strain that. That's how they do. It tastes good though. Ginger, oh my gosh, gut health. Talking about good gut health. Turmeric for inflammation, and
Yeah.
it's best if we can get the natural stuff because I tried the pills and I got sick off of the pills, and that's
Yeah. It's
because
it's not 100% natural. I don't care what they put on them labels. It's
that's
not.
the vitamins and the supplements. You gotta read further to see what else they cut it with, because just like drugs, they cutting your vitamins and stuff too. That's why you got to really make sure that's what you get in your stuff. And it's best to do, if you can. Like I like raw ginger. I even keep it in the freezer because I know that I suffer from sinus and allergies.
DJ,
Excuse me.
he got a question for you, sis.
Oh, okay. What do you say?
He says, "So sis, if you know that from working there, why take so much of that the doctor medicine?"
None of the medicine that I take is for like the heart and all that other stuff. My other medicine that I take is for my nerve damage. It's for my neuropathy, my nerve damage. It's for other issues and stuff. So, like I said, there's a plethora of doctors that you go to that's want to give you different medications for different things. My heart
Mhm.
doctor and my kidney doctors are different things. They're going to prescribe different medications. And my lung doctor and my diabetes doctor are two different doctors. They're going to describe different medications. So I take the medicine that I can replace with the good stuff. I replace it. Instead of me taking 50 pills, I'm down to like what 20, if you get what I mean. So what I
Wow.
can replace, I try to. I try to do a lot of stuff and replace it. And what I can't replace or what I haven't found the cure that helps whatever condition, I'm at the mercy of the doctors. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Um, Molly said, knowing and doing a lot is a loss.
Different.
Wait a minute, I can't see my eyes.
Most people are scared to stop taking the medication they are given.
Right. You right. Most people scared because they believe in what that doctor say, and them doctors can kill you. Them
Hmm.
doctors can kill you.
Mhm.
You hurt every day. Something is on you hurt. You know what, buddy? Keep on living. Keep on living. My age and my illness in my body don't match because of an illness. It threw me in to my body age quicker than it will because when you get sick or you go through certain things, maybe I'm 40 years old with a 60-year-old body or 40-year old with 60-year-old ramification or ailments because of whatever I've been through. So if I hurt every day, guess what? That's my damn business. If I hurt
Mm.
every day, that's my business.
Well,
Mind your business on what you hurt. I'm trying to take and do the best that I can do for me. I can't do or take what's best for Bernice. Only Bernice can do and take what's best for
yeah.
Bernice. And whether you cracking or getting up, when youth is on your side, you can get up and not hear a bone crack. Or some youngins do. Some youngins get up and hear bones crack. You know, I heard somewhere he being funny. Something you heard somewhere something every day. Bernice, you hear him? Well,
Mm.
unlike a lot of people, I suffer with an illness, a chronic illness that says that you're gonna hurt every day. They said that that's part of our makeup or design when you get this certain illnesses cause you to hurt. But I deal with it. I try to deal with it the best that I can.
One thing about me, you have these aches and you have these pains, and I do my best to remedy whatever is going on. I refuse to take all those medications. I got prescriptions up there they done gave me. I refuse because they're gonna do me more harm than good.
Right.
I'll take a little pain here and there, but I get one thing about it for sure. I'm breathing and I'm thriving every day. So we are all different individuals. So we got to deal with it according to the way we feel, not what others think, not what others say. It's your life, it's your pain. So that's just what it is.
Thank you. And people gotta respect that. You know, people always say, "Oh, you could do this, you could do that." Yes, we all can. People
Yeah.
do what we want to do. People do what we can do. We don't do what we want to do. We do what we can do, what we got to do. So, and you don't know what I'm doing, and you don't. How you gonna tell somebody, "Oh, you could do this, you could do that," just like I could tell you, "Well, you could do this and you could do that as well," Mister DJ Slicky Woo Boo. You're getting all smart with me. This stuff you could do about what is the stuff you could do about you too, right? Okay. No,
I
let's not
mean,
go there.
I accept advice and help, but criticism.
Thank,
You got to do it in a certain way because if you get smart, it comes back.
thank you.
You know. So, but like I said, I always say I don't have no room to judge. We all got to live our own lives. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand your pain, so I'm not gonna speak on it. I'm not. I can't speak on stuff I don't know, and I'm the first one to say, look, I have no knowledge of that. Until you walk a mile in somebody's shoes, yeah.
Yeah, leave that be. But I do know that that CMOS and Molly got CMOS. He's a
I'm waiting,
CMOS
Molly.
distributor. Molly, we got to get your CMOS because we want to be a Molly advocate on the show. The C Molly CMOS. Me and Bernice both said we gonna get that and try it and stuff. And the effects when I looked it up, that it has 102 minerals, which 92 minerals that the sea moss need. You laughing at you laughing at Slicky Bernice?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What?
He said there's things you can do about it, dumbass.
See.
I mean, there are things we can do, but again, we all have choice. So you
And
can't
who
put
says
nothing on
that I
nobody.
didn't try things, or who said that you don't? People don't know. People don't. People, people. There you go, pointing that damn finger again. He's notorious for pointing fingers. So, but back to what we were saying that CMOS. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
and big pharmaceutical companies not going to tell you, or the doctor's not going to tell you because there ain't no money in a cure. Ain't no
yeah,
money in that. So they want you to remove yourself from what grandma and granddaddy used to do, or how Big Papa or Big Mama used to hear themselves, or what Papa did. They want you to forget all of that. There
yeah.
you go.
And the thing is, what they tell you about the natural remedies. Oh, you have to be careful and blah blah blah. But you ain't thinking about me being careful when you sending you trying to give me all these different drugs to take. So
That's
it's
true.
they definitely try to steer you away from doing natural things
Yeah,
that can make you better because the more people they lose that's taking medication, the more money they lose.
that's right. Ooh, Bernice, I see my handsome producer in the back. Is he ready to say good morning? Is he stepping in front of the camera? You got to get him your information, Molly, so they can get to CMOS. Tell the people how they can come up and live a better life and better quality by taking the CMOS, which has 92% of the minerals and vitamins that we need.
Yes, Lord. Ain't in there
With
yet.
his little handsome self. She's shy, but he's always back there doing stuff.
You just
Oh,
put
there you go.
on my ass. Bernice, what it do?
Good
What up,
morning.
Reese Reed? I hear y'all on here talking about health.
Yeah.
Health is wealth.
Health is wealth,
It's good to
And you
hear.
know what, Molly, you could speak on it as one that used to be under the doctor's regime until you had to say, "Wait a minute, this not working."
Yeah, I don't fuck with them doctors. They was lying too much. And then the minute he told me though, let down the meat, the red meat. He was like, just give it a break for about 2 weeks and let my body, get back to its normal. So I'm like, his normal. Like you telling me when I was eating meat, my body wasn't having its normal flow, blood flow. He was like, yeah, it's just certain meat that you eat. Just give it a break. You can go back to it. So I did it. I went for like 2 weeks. I took the doctor advice and I felt good. And I just kept reading on videos and stuff like, why is it that when I stop eating this, I can do this and do that? And it's mostly it was like I was a vegan and didn't even know it. And I was like, man, I'm gonna just stay vegan. And I've been vegan for 6 years since. I ain't been in the hospital since. I ain't been sick since. I ain't catch no COVID. I ain't take no vaccine shot or nothing. I'm not gonna do it. I trust what I seen. I start reading home remedy books. So even if I'm sick and got a cold or something, I do it the home remedy way. Like it's all you gotta do is get garlic. You can get cinnamon. You can get lime, lemon. It's regular things you can do. But sea moss,
Ginger. Yeah.
that's my thing. Once I found out about sea moss, it was just like everything, and it boosts my immune system. I feel different. But this before the pandemic. You know, when the pandemic came, that's when everybody like, oh, can I get some of that sea moss? And I just start, helping people, giving them a job, giving them a job. But then when it came too many people, I was like, you got bad,
You try to
That's
become a big pharmaceutical company.
Yeah, yeah. That's what Dr. Sebi was really doing out here. He was giving people another option. So you ain't got to take all this Tylenol and Benadryl and whatever else. Because I can't even pronounce half the medicine I be seeing on the commercial. But I know at
Lord.
the end of the commercial, it give you the side effects and it tell you what it can do to harm you. And people still take it. And they say, well, my doctor say this. Oh, this good for my kidney. It don't cause. You don't know what it do, but you sitting here telling me that it do. And if a minute somebody say my head hurt, somebody say, oh, go take a Tylenol. I got Tylenol in the cabinet, not knowing the effects from it. But when people give you advice on a healthy way to do it, they say, oh, no, I don't trust it like that. My doctor said this. My doctor said that. And most
Yeah.
people know that the doctor's fucking them over. They know that the medicine no good. They just keep taking it because they scared to go without it. They scared to go the natural route. Like you got to think it wasn't medicine here for a long time before it's
Long time.
And a lot of times we don't know this, but I'm gonna share this. The food that we eat, they're putting drugs into the food. They're giving the animals drugs. They're treating the animals hormones. So when the doctor told you to pull back from certain meat, that because he probably know what they treating that meat with and what they injecting in these animals that they're feeding to us. If we are what we eat and we give our chickens and cows all these antibiotics, guess what's going to be or hormones? Sorry, hormones and steroids. When our children eat it, it's going to affect us. And uh, God forbid, the cow milk with all the hormones. That's why you see all these other people with these big giant booties. And what you drink? I drink a lot of milk, and that's why in the Muslim religion of faith, I know this by dating someone who was of the faith. They don't let the girls eat chicken when they're kids. They can't eat everything. They say it's okay for the man to eat chicken, but the girls can't
What?
because of the hormones. Yeah, they don't want to give the girls the chicken breast and all that stuff. The little girls because of the hormones. I bought my friend's niece Happy Meal. Her mom said no, she can't eat the chicken out of the boys can eat the nuggets, but the girls can't because the way they do the hormones and stuff like that. Did y'all know that?
I'm gonna have to research this because I have no understanding. If it's not good for you, it's not good for you. I mean, that's just the way I see it, but it
Well,
could be much broader than that.
well,
So
the
I
hormones
researched.
because it's making the little girls produce faster, I guess. And they would say, to make you get butt and big breasts and all of that. So they was like, no, my child not gonna eat this meat that you got full of these hormones in it because
I
she's
should have.
already a little girl. She already gonna have her own hormones, and you about to give her more,
Yeah,
and I was like, wow, that I didn't know, but they do that. They a lot of people do that. But
yeah,
yep.
that's it. That's sickening. I like it though. I like that they not. I hope everybody. I wish it wasn't like, oh, men can eat it out there. They hate men there too. I guess why everybody else don't eat it, but the men can. But you got to realize that we the
Makes sense.
only
That's what I'm
animal
saying.
that drink another animal's milk. Like we just that slow. We supposed to be the smartest mammals on earth, but for some reason we drinking milk from a cow. And not only we drinking it, we give it to our kids to drink when God gave the titties right there. That's what the titties for. It ain't for these t-shirts to flash them for the men. It's to feed your child. That's it. We go
When
and take
you think
random
about it,
cows.
it's
You
cow
tell them
pus.
all.
It's pus. They ain't nothing but
It's
pus inside.
cow. That's why they tell you if you're asthmatic or you have upper respiratory problems that's congested and mucus, they tell you to stay away from dairy because dairy causes mucus. And you're asthmatic and they tell you that stay away from the dairy, and that should let you know that it's something that ain't good in that cow pus. and that what that milk that they call cow pus. And not until we know and educate ourselves, read a book to find out do we know these things. And that's why so many of us colored people are lactose intolerant. You ain't supposed to, even if you sucked a cow titty when you was a baby, you a grown man. What grown man you know still getting breastfeed? And you don't even see no cows after a certain age even sucking on another cow's tit. You don't even see that. When they're old enough, they chew the grass. They up there chewing up cud. They choosing the greenery. They ain't even on their mama tit no more. That's just a temporary thing until your teeth come in. You know, it ain't supposed to be a lifelong way of living. You know, how do I look? I'm getting ready to go suck on my mama tit. I'm thirsty. You 30 years old. Come on now.
Milk weaken the bones anyway. You know, a lot of people think it make you strong bones for them fake commercials. They had the mustache. They put a campaign behind it for like
milk
10
it
years.
does the body good. Yep, they used to say milk it does the body good. Pass it on. And that was the daggone commercial. They better say you're drinking cow pus and it's gonna cause you to get mucus or snot and all your head up. Pass that on. How come they didn't say take some ginger or take some cumin for that or pass that on? They don't tell you to pass on the good natural stuff. They don't say, oh, pass that on. You know, that's part of pharmaceutical and the big pharma, the big corporation. We got a video, right? Can we set up the video?
What?
And I wanted them to see about the 5, was it that the 5 things?
I watched one with same thing.
You weren't even able to send me messages, so I don't know what messages you could have sent me blocked. What message you sent me?
So we don't have no video.
Nah, not that I can find one though. What you want, shit?
It was on the YouTube. I sent it to you and Bernice.
On what? You can't send that on Facebook. You suspended. So
no, I looked it up last night.
I tried to send it through Messenger.
Yeah, that's still Facebook.
You know, it's coming from YouTube.
Send it through Instagram or something.
And you know what? I am so hurt because Facebook suspended me for no good reason. For no good reason.
They didn't say what?
Yeah.
All you gotta do is tell me what the video about. I can put it up.
It's Big Pharma.
Big Pharma. What about
it? The pharmaceutical company, and they was explaining how the pharmaceutical company was doing. It's like maybe a 3-minute video about Big Pharma explaining, you know, exactly what that is on the dark side of the pharmaceutical company, what they don't want you to know. And do y'all know that a lot of these pharmaceutical companies,
here's a plant that
made in different countries.
Yeah.
They're not, a lot of this medicine, like Lilly, the plant for Lilly, the insulin plant is over there in Puerto Rico. Yeah. And different, you know, if we can different stuff get imported to America. Just like vaccine. Oh, did y'all hear about all of them vaccines that washed up on the shore over there? Was that somewhere in Germany? It was on the news, and they said it was from oh gosh, what's that? Not Glasgow. Theory that you found. It was on the news. They found it on the beach, but they said they always finding drugs and stuff washed up on the beach. All of these flu shots and all of these were a bunch of vaccines. Now I was like, who discarded a whole bunch of vaccines in the daggone ocean? And they washed up on shore. Are they trying to get the ocean life vaccinated too? Are they trying to feed these fish the vaccine? So when you are a fish eater or eat seafood, that's where the sea moss be growing. They trying to get people to get the sea moss to get the vaccine, Molly. That's what. Why they throw all of that in the ocean in the water? So
I don't know. Somebody got a hold of it. probably try to affect the water. So now the people like me that refuse to take it, if I was to drink tap water or something, I got it in my system. I mean, they
Or
just put it
if
in
you eat
food,
fish, or if you eat
everything. Yeah,
whatever.
fish, and all types of stuff, man. It's
If you
weird.
put it in our food, you're gonna get it one way or another. And I don't know if America is noticing all of these childhood diseases that we thought was eradicated from childhood is coming back, like the whooping cough, like they call it pertussis, the whooping cough,
Mm.
and then the little mumps and the measles and all the little all all the stuff is coming back. Wait a minute, why is it coming back again when y'all said that you all eradicated?
Yeah, they normally rename it, repackage it, and throw it back out there. Like flu, COVID, all of it gonna have the same type
Yeah, like the
symptoms.
Tdap. We used to get the
Same
Tdap
purpose.
shot, and
Yeah,
that was for tuberculosis, diphtheria, and something and pertussis. You
measles.
used to get the shot for the whooping cough when back when you was a kid and you getting vaccinated. They vaccinate us as children of going to the doctor. And those were like mandate certain stuff like that.
Yeah, you
You
had
know,
to take it.
Yeah.
so
Well, who started
tuberculosis.
Big Pharma? I mean, who started the school? Who started everything that we into today? It's one family that always come up.
Rockefellers.
Exactly. So that's all I've been
They
saying
name
popping up.
just to have that name by itself is wealth. Anything associated with that name, and they have wealth that surpass. They're not rich, they wealthy because they have generational wealth, where they can pass on to generations. That just name alone carry
Yeah,
clouts.
I'm
Oh,
just
you a
saying
Rockefeller?
that. Yep, I'm gonna name my child literally just Rockefeller. No last name,
No
no nothing,
last
just
name, just
Rockefeller.
Rockefeller.
Yeah, he gonna get through some doors. But I got one clip that showed up how they started Big Pharma. You want me to
Okay.
see that? About a minute, ain't long.
What's a conspiracy theory that you 1,000% believe in? I'll go first.
That John D. Rockefeller wiped out natural medicines and created Big Pharma. In 1910, Rockefeller and Andrew Carnegie hired Abraham Flexner to put out the Flexner Report, which called Holistic and Natural Medicines a hoax. In his book, he said a much-needed revamp of American medicine practices is needed. At the same time Rockefeller proposed the Flexner Report, he bought a German pharmaceutical company with Nazi ties. Both Rockefeller and Carnegie were known as robber barons, which means a person who has become rich through ruthless business practices. When Rockefeller and Carnegie went to Congress with the Flexner Report, Congress acted on the reports. Overnight, natural medical practices became illegal. Some were arrested for continuing to practice. They replaced the medical books at colleges with Rockefeller's Western medical teachings. Rockefeller knew he could patent medicines.
That again, did y'all hear that? Did
Shit,
y'all
boy.
did you think they heard what they just said? Rockefeller and Carnegie. Is that the same Carnegie from Carnegie Hall? Is that the same name? Rockefeller and Carnegie.
Of course.
We need y'all for our listeners and our viewers. Wake up. We gotta wake up. They patent it. They own it. See, when you own it, you can flip it and do whatever you want. I heard Molly saying this many and many times over. We can't say it enough. Those are awoke, stay woke, please. And those that are asleep, wake up. Wake up. So this puts a hole in all your medical theory, your snake oil charmer, oh robber barons.
From Robert Burns. It's them
So
Rockefellers.
yep, Rockefeller, Robert Byrne, Rockefellers. They need to put those two names together. Wow. Bernice, what you think about the video Molly shared? Powerful or what?
Oh, it definitely is. I mean, like I said, for me, I see it all as a plan. You know what I'm saying? Get us addicted, take away, because I heard somebody say, if you want to have something from, especially black people, put it in a book. So a lot of us refuse to do the research and see for ourselves and gain that knowledge and wisdom. So they doing what they want because that's what they expect us to do. And the few of us who gain the wisdom and we decide to share it, they want to get rid of us.
That's just, it takes me back to to slavery, to our enslaved Africans, how they will whoop us if they found us learning to educate ourselves in their
Yeah.
system of things. So those who have the power, have education, have that power over you, right? So it's not so much that we're lazy now. We're gone instant now, where we are spoon fed, and we want to continue to be spoon fed. But people, I don't want you to feed me. I want to feed myself. I don't want you to spoon feed me because you're going to give me your garbage or whatever. I want to feed myself. I want to get out there and educate myself. You know what I mean? Like Molly may tell me something. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm still going to research it.
Yeah.
You do that to show yourself approved. But a lot of us white men tell you something. Oops, can I say that? Am I allowed to say that? The
I don't
Caucasian
know.
will tell you something, or the man will tell you something, and we don't second guess that. We just believe whatever they say at face value. Why do we do that? We believe a stranger quicker than we do our own brothers and sisters. Are we in that mindset that a stranger got your best interests quicker than your brother and sister will? Are we
Well,
are inclined to think the stranger's going to tell you what you need to get healthy quicker than your brother or sister will? That's how that's another way we've been brainwashed and conditioned, and that's all a part of that agenda. But like I said, we gotta wake up. So when Maul said, "Yeah, Reese, this will help you, this and this and this and that," and I asked him, "Will it cause this?" He be like, "I don't know. Let me do some research." Okay, I believe what Molly give me. I take what Molly give me quicker than I will a stranger or the man.
yeah. That's because you know him to be a solid person.
That's
You know what
right.
I'm saying? And the thing about it is we can't be sure who to trust. That's why sometimes you have to research and know it because sometimes our brothers and sisters are our own worst enemy. But when you know somebody and you know their genuine care and they've experienced it for themselves, then you pretty much will trust that person more than you would trust anybody else because you know their character, you know their heart for you. So yeah, it's easy sometimes, and other times you have to do it for yourself.
Yeah. Just like he was telling me about, becoming vegan, he was like, do a little bit, at a time, cut out what you can. That way, he wants me to succeed with it because he ain't telling me just stop it and go cold turkey because he
Right.
knew if I have a relapse that I'll fall back. He said, just do it a little bit at a time, sis. Cut this out, cut that. And he said, and watch how when you cut certain stuff out your diet and you feel better. See, he
Mhm.
presented it to me in a way where I was receiving. I understand what he was saying. He wasn't yelling at me. He wasn't pointing a finger at me. He wasn't telling you do this, you do that. He was giving me suggestions that's actually going to stick with me, and so I can do it and be successful at it. He didn't want me to just try to be a vegan and then I fail epically.
Right.
He wants me to do it to stick with it where I can do it and not even think about it.
That's the
Yeah.
best way.
That's the good thing about it is you gotta take it. Some people can just go cold turkey. Like when I quit smoking, people's like, "How you do that?" I just made up in my mind that I ain't want to do this no more. I went back one time, grabbed the cigarette, tried to smoke it, looked at it, was like, "Nope, I'm done." But not everybody can take the same road.
Yeah. A lot of people clown, crackheads and dope fiends and stuff. They got addiction, and they can't get over it. Some of them probably go get help, but it's no different than people out here that's eating a lot of meat. It's drugs in them food. You can say you want to quit eating meat, but then the minute you stop for about a day, that meat started
Withdrawal.
calling. It's the same thing with crackhead. They stop trying to do crack. After a day or two, they gonna start shivering. They body gonna call for it. And it's the
Same
same thing
thing.
with the food, cause that's what I went through when I stopped. Went cold turkey. I was in shaking. I was like,
Stop.
I'm sweating, like hard sweats. Like it feel like I'm dying. And I just found out I just had to get past that wave. And about after a week, I was good. You know, I had to really get them drugs out of my system. All the food we eat
Yeah.
got drugs even the vegan food. They starting to try to get us through the vegan food, but I've been vegan so long, anytime they put any type of drugs or chemicals in it,
You
I
can
get
taste
sick.
it.
But for people like if Reese was trying to become vegan and she already going from eating meat to now eating vegan food, she won't get sick because the same chemicals in that food is now in the vegan food. So you weren't already vegan, you won't get sick. So you'll continue to eat that thinking that, oh, I'm eating better. You know, not only I'm eating better, I ain't getting sick. But for real vegans, we out here dying from half of the impossible meat. Can't eat that no more since Bill Gates done patented and did some other things. But I can
Oh
eat Beyond Meat
wow.
though. Beyond Meat been good. It's still good. But Burger King, I can't eat a Burger King Impossible. When I used to go there in the beginning, I can eat it. Then after a while, I ate it. I get sick every time. You know, now they saying that because they got to cook on the same grill as the other burgers. I'm like, why would y'all do some shit like that? You know, so you
Cross
just got to be careful. But
contamination.
they say a lot of people becoming vegan now, so they finding the ways that to infiltrate.
Look, what
Yeah.
did Slicky say? Slicky said, but most of you black
Say
asses
what you
stress white.
drinking, Denise?
He's,
He said, but most of our black asses trust whitey. Them doctors, the ones with the
he
white
is
coats.
I don't trust
infatuated
him.
with the word ass today. You see how many times he used the word ass? Is that the word of the day
Yeah,
for you, Slicky?
That's the word of the day,
word
ass.
of the
You
day.
see this? All his posts. Ass this, ass that, ass this, ass that. What's
Well, I
wrong?
don't have white doctors. I don't do white doctors, but honestly, I don't even trust the black ones that much. Yeah,
Yeah,
I hear what you're saying, but mm-mm.
I don't trust
He
doctors. It's
want to
like
know what you drinking, Bernice.
Ginger tea.
Ginger
yeah,
tea.
that's that good tea right there. That ginger tea get you right. You just need to put a scoop of that sea moss in there, Reese. She good.
She good. She trying to get. Look, we coming to get it, Molly. We coming to get our sea moss, so we all could be on the
Yes, I
show.
need
Drink
that.
sea moss.
Look at Slicky Thompson. Shut up, you. We need everybody eating healthy. You know, I used to be pushing it on people a lot. You know, then I learned that people gonna do what they want to do anyway. You know, I'm talking
Yeah,
about my
that's the truth.
moms, my aunts, uncles, everybody. You know, my family. Like I'm the only vegan. You know, I got one cousin that she decided to start eating different. You know, so it's looking good for her. But I just got tired of my family dying from diabetes and little dumb
Yeah,
shit in their early 60s or they mid like my mother died at 69. She should have been 70. My grandmother died at 69. My aunt just died at 68 a year before that, going on 69. So I was telling my sister, like, it ain't no genetic shit. Stop eating the way they eat. Like my sister eating the same way my aunts and me, cause that's how we was brought up. They cook for us. Now she cooking the same food for her kids, eating the same thing. And I was just telling her it ain't no genetic thing. It's the food. It don't let these people just think you just gonna catch it because mom and them had it, grandma, because she had early signs of diabetes, and then she changed her food diet, and she ain't got diabetes no more. You know, but it
And
was
you
like,
know what else?
damn,
And other medications, like I said, bring on diabetes. So they trying to give you these drugs, and they trying to drug up the food. Because if you say no, I ain't gonna take these drugs, but you trying to
later.
eat the food, they trying to put it in all the food. And back then, remember that's my grandparents was farmers. Farmers farmed their food and raised their own food, so it
yeah,
wasn't treated or going through the process that they do with a lot of this stuff. You know,
yeah,
we was taught from what it was from farm to table, right out of the garden to the table. So it wasn't
Yeah,
processed the way that a lot of these foods and stuff are processed and
yeah,
they're shot up with all these chemicals and stuff like that. You know, people like for instance, if you get a chicken out of the grocery store, how big and how yellow it look, I was cleaning chicken and it was like so greasy, right? And I was like trying to get the yellow off of it. It was just like, oh, this is just like grease and fat. What is this? Why is this in the skin? So I got frustrated and just took the skin off the chicken. And I was thinking, I was like, well, if it's in the skin, it's in the meat too. It's coming through. And I bought a chicken from the Amish market, right? Their chickens are smaller and their chickens are pale, but the chickens did not have none of that greasy stuff on it. Like they were raising their stuff and feeding it differently than the chickens you get out of the grocery stores and stuff. And it even tastes better. It tastes like, oh, I remember this is how chicken's supposed to taste. I feel
Yeah.
sorry for this generation because they don't know what good food is because they're getting carbon copies of the food we grew up on. Stuff don't taste the same no more. And Molly said a lot of this meaty stuff is like, ew, when did this start tasting like this? When did this start doing this? That's because they keep changing the recipe. They keep tweaking what we're putting in our system. It's like the Impossible Whopper, like he said, when it first came out, it was good. But somebody else bought it and they tweaked it and then try to put it back on the market and pass it off as that same Impossible Whopper. But Molly said that he knew that something was different. Molly was like, this ain't what we used to get. And you know, they do that with a lot. Something's good, and then they take it off the menu or change it up or whatever, and then they bring it back, and you be like, what's this? It's like they try to suck us. They do a rope-a-dope.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give her fresh greens, and then she come back next week to get the greens they can. Who? Wait a
Yeah.
minute. These are
Don't
canned.
taste the same.
It don't taste the same. Don't have the same nutritional value. All of that. All of that. But we are coming to the end of our show. Is it that time?
Yeah.
Yes,
It's that time.
it's a little bit over that. So y'all come in and tune in to the Morning Mac Show tomorrow. Well, I'm gonna have a very controversial topic. I want to know, what do you do when he or she say goodbye? That is
You
the topic.
live.
What do you
You know
do
what Tyler
when
Perry said?
Look, y'all, Bernice, Molly, I can send that out. What do you do when he or she say goodbye? How do you go on with your life? You know, that's what tomorrow, Wednesday's topic is. You could call it what Wednesday or what you say or whatever Wednesday. But it's how do you live with your life, go on with your life when they say goodbye, when they say sayonara, see you later, see you wouldn't want to be you. What do you do? You know,
All right, y'all.
a lot of people say you go on, but you know, a lot of people get that broken heart thing. You know, when the breakup isn't mutual, or when they leave you in the dust, a lot of people they fall out. You know, not knowing that goodbye sometimes is the best thing somebody can
Yes,
do.
it is. It can be.
Male and female on that.
Yes, Lord.
So definitely that. So that's tomorrow's topic. But we're getting ready to get out of here. I do want to give a shameless plug to Shades of Blue and Sea Moss, because if right now, I don't know how long we're going to have this thing going, and I just got some copies of Shades of Blue in, so we can have enough supply with the Molly Sea Moss. It's the limited time because it's limited offer, because once it's gone, it's gone. So I'm telling y'all can get your Sea Moss and you can get your Shades of Blue for $20. Sea Moss is 15, Shades of Blue is 15. But
Yeah.
for a limited time, you can
Get your
Sea
copy.
Moss.
I'm waiting on mine.
That's right. And your Shades of Blue and your Sea Moss. Look, that's make a good stocking stuffers for those of y'all that celebrate Christmas and all that. So you better get it now, so you know you have it for them. Contact Molly or contact me for your Sea Moss fix and your Shades of Blue fix. We got you. Just send us a DM And also on October the 30th, the Let's Do It Again band, Let's Do It Again and Again, will be performing at 8131 Silver Spring, Maryland, Georgia Avenue, the Firehouse. Yay! Fire Station 1. They got a good food there. And they do have some vegan options. I know the pizza tastes good. Um, so we're gonna be there. The Gwen Factor Robinson gonna be there, and myself. If y'all don't come out to see nobody else, come out and see me. You don't come out to see the rest of them jokers. Come out and see your girl. I'm gonna be in it in full effect. I'm gonna be running around, cutting up, and all that stuff, doing as much as I can do. So y'all come on out and enjoy yourself. Tickets are $25 in advance, and contact myself or Molly so you can get your tickets for the event. Because if you gotta pay at the door, it's 40 bones. I know a lot of people don't mind paying at the door, but with that extra $15 you can save, you can get you a jar of sea moss. You save enough where you get you sea moss or shades of blue, or you save enough where you can add $20 to that joker and get you your sea moss and your shades of blue. That's what you do. We trying to give y'all a nice little bundle package there, you know. So that's what's up. That's what's up for real. Bernice, you have any announcements for us?
Well, I just got the final date for my event. It will be November the 19th, and further information is coming. We're gonna have a good panel. We're gonna have some entertainment, and we're just gonna have fun and share our stories pertaining to mental health. So it's more information coming. Just keep your eyes open.
Information coming. It's more, and I'm definitely going to be there in a part of the panel because I'm crazy, and I don't mind saying that all of us crazy. I don't mind saying it. A lot of people don't mind saying it, but I don't mind going to get the necessary help that I need, because mental health is wellness too, y'all. And Big Pharma be trying to play on that as well. Like when they said, they give you medicine for depression that's going to cause suicide attempts. Well, you already suicidal. Why are you going to take medicine that's going to make you even more suicidal? We're going to talk about that tomorrow, because a lot of y'all, when he or she leaves, y'all go into depression and y'all need this medication. Y'all want all of this stuff. No, you don't. No, you don't. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. Tonight at Bar 210, come out for comedy and karaoke with the Gwen Factor and improv, the improv team. And guess who part of the improv team? Guess who part? Who's part of that?
Reese.
Yes, I'm gonna be on the improv team, the improvisational skills. I'm just gonna be up there winging it with the prayer. Y'all come out for some live entertainment at Bar 210 tonight from 8 to 12. The admission is free to get in. They're going to have $5 margaritas and $5 taco specials and all that stuff. So it should be good. It should be good. That's the only other thing that I got to say. I love you guys. And until the next time, Molly, do you got anything to say? Bernie, I guess that's it. So R&B will be back tomorrow.
Yes, we will. That's cute.
I like that.
Yep.
I like that.
That was
You got anything to say, sexy?
See y'all tomorrow, same time. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. That was Rico gave y'all the R&B. Had me laughing like a mud, man. Rico vicious with the names given, man.
So for all y'all men, if y'all want to look sexy as Molly, you know, all the women say how handsome he is. Get that sexy sea moss.
Yeah, it's the sea moss. It ain't me. It's the sea moss. That's the secret.
Oh, I gave the secret away.
Yeah, it's cool. I've been sharing it with everybody. I want everybody out here looking good, man.
So definitely.
You already look good. You're gonna really, really look good.
and you gonna feel good. You look good. You feel good inside and out. Cause that's why I think I'm the bomb.com. Hey.
Calm. Yeah, we all gotta get ready for this 1 o'clock. Love y'all. See y'all in a second outside the studio. But we still be in here after the show. We in the show, Bernice. I don't know. Bernice got to go.
I know.
All right, love y'all. I'm about to end it though, Reese. Peace.
Okay, peace. Love y'all.
Bye.
Bernice, sit tight. Don't you go nowhere.
She gone.